Welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Rudolf Okonkwo. This is the Talkback segment when we give you the chance to tell us what you think about some of the stories we've been discussing today. And we have so many interesting stories we've been talking about. We're going to start with what happened at the United Arab Emirates, where Nigeria, the under-17 Eaglets, the Golden Eaglets, won the under-17 Cup yesterday. So we're going to talk about that. What does that mean for Nigeria? Is that a good thing and happening under the administration of Goodluck Jonathan? Does it say anything beyond just any other game? We're going to also talk about our main question of the day, which is what happened in Ghana yesterday, where the president fired a minister for dreaming about making $1 million in politics. We're going to do a comparison with Nigeria, where we have a minister who spent 1.6 million and she's still on the job. So we asked that question, what does that say about our fight against corruption? If we have time, we are still going to talk about the Boko Haram issue, because this week, the Boko Haram committee, the Amnesty Committee, finally sent in their reports to the president. And it was very interesting that they said in the report that they didn't meet Boko Haram people. But they still recommended that another committee should follow up with their own committee. So we're going to talk about that. And finally, we'll ask these Nigerians who have joined us on Skype to tell us what is keeping them awake about the Nigerian situation. So joining us on Skype from Texas is Opeyemi Ademola. Opeyemi, welcome to Sahara TV. Also from North Dakota, we have Ademola. Ademola, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you.
From Nigeria, we have Kolade. Kolade, welcome to Sahara TV. From London, we have...
Thank you very much. It's nice being with you.
Okay. I think we have a delay when we talk to Kolade. We have to be aware of that. From London, we have Yemi. Yemi, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you, Rudolf. Good evening.
Good evening. And also from London, we have Deji. Deji, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you and good evening.
All right.
Everyone.
Okay. So let's start with, I want to start with Kolade in Nigeria. So how did the people in Nigeria receive the news that we won the Under-17 World Cup for the fourth time, I think?
People in Nigeria, we were all very happy that the Under-17 team actually won the Under-17 World Cup for the fourth time and not for the first time. I think this will be our third time on Asian soil. I think the first one was in Japan. And another positive thing about the team is, in the history of Nigeria, this will be the youngest out of all teams that have actually represented.
So what are the newspapers in Nigeria what are they reporting? And
some other news that come from journalists that...
Go ahead, Kolade.
Hello?
Go ahead.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
No, I was saying, what are the newspapers reporting in Nigeria? What are the spins? How are they presenting this story?
They are presenting it nice. Everybody's really happy that they actually won the Under-17 World Cup. All the viewing centers in Nigeria was actually filled.
Okay. All right. Let me go to you, Ademola in Texas.
We're actually from Babylon and everything. You know how Nigeria, we love football here, so everybody was actually up for it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Ademola in Texas, let me come to you. So what did you take out of that victory, Nigeria's victory at this time, and the nature of the team that went there? What is your own take?
So I think I'm happy they won the Under-17 World Cup. It makes Nigeria look as a great country among others. Hello?
Yeah, Ademola, your audio is so low. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, all right. Let me go to Ademola in North Carolina, North Dakota, sorry. What is your take? How do you read this victory by Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Actually, when you leave the border of Nigeria, what first amazed you when you introduce yourself as a Nigerian is people get to know you from the football team because you know this guy, you know the coach, you know this, and you like feel among. What actually keeps Nigeria in the global news? One of it is sport, which is football. So I'm really that now Nigeria will feel we also come to like with the known. People will congratulate you and you will be proud to be a Nigerian. And for now, that is what I can see. That's going to be a kind of a positive look from the team winning the game again. And it shows that Nigeria has the capacity, we have the ability, we have the strength. The youth has the strength to compete vividly with the world at any level, despite the fact that we don't have much infrastructure. With the little one we have, if it is well managed, if the level of corruption is minimized or totally eradicated, we can compete vividly with the world at the world level. That's my take.
Yemi, yeah, let me come to you. Yemi in London. When there's a soccer competition like this, Nigerians all come together as one and tend to support their team. How is it that we can do that in sports, but we can't do that in politics? We can't do that in dealing with all our problems?
Yeah, you are putting me on the spot. But let me just say, let me just start by saying that Nigerians, we with or without sport, I believe we can live together. It is just for the elite that make Nigeria look as if we cannot live together. So for me, with or without sport, we can live together. If you go to the street of Lagos today, you see people of different ethnics living together, working together in the street of Lagos. Go to Port Harcourt, you will see different people living together. It is when the politicians comes in, that is when the trouble started. So it is not as if we cannot live together. I will not see you in the street of California or New York tomorrow. And I realize you are in Nigeria. I will relate with you. I won't ask where you come from. Even if I ask you where you come from, at the end of the day, you still get on. Because there is no cake for you and I to share. It is what it is either I am asking for your assistance, being somebody who living in New York for a while, to put me through how I'm going to get my foot on the New York. Or if you come to London, you ask me for the same, then I'll put you through how to do it. But it is when we get to the politics, and even the politicians, I tell you, when they are at the back of the door, they are able to live together, because once they put the cake on their table, they know how to share it. But when they come outside, in order for us not to ask for the part of that cake, they will now say, from Anambra, you are from Lagos, you are from this. So I believe Nigeria can live together. It's just the politician that is setting the whole thing in pieces. Let me just put it that way.
All right, thank you so much. Obeyemi, I understand that you're breathing into your microphone, so it's interfering. So if you can do something about that, you know. All right, let me come to you, Deji, in London. Someone pointed out that the goalkeeper is named Dele, and that one of the strikers is Ihanacho, and another one, the captain is Musa. That this is a good representation of Nigeria. Do you think it's a factor in why they were successful, or is it that they got there on merit?
To be honest, I was happy, and I'm still happy anyway. I watched all the competitions on their internet, and they played very well. But being successful when it comes to the under-17 tournament, we've done it 4 times now, and except we just want to lie, which I think is because we get to use the overage player. That's how we get to win. Because looking back, most of the time, we don't even know where any of the 2007 champions plays now. And they are all injured. Taiwo was also part of the 2007, I think. And now is out of the blue. So I think we will always win that competition, given the fact that we use overage player. I'm not going to deceive myself. Most of those guys are not 17 or under 17. But to put that aside, it shouldn't be all negative. I was happy for the fact that Nigeria wins, and I don't think football will unite us. Immediately we finished the game, we go back to our being tribalistic as usual. So the two just had to be. So I was really happy that we won anyway. And all the other country might be doing other stuff too, but I don't really want to go negative, too much negativity all the time. I was happy we won yesterday.
All right, let me come to you, Kali. I think you just joined us. I don't have your name here. Deji avoided my question, so let me throw it back to you. Did they get there by merit, or did they get there because do you think that their success is because they were a good representative of the Nigerian composition in terms of ethnicity, or is it that they got there by merit? What do you think is going on?
Lots of questions, but I'm going to say they got there by merit. Let me keep it short. And those guys, what the other guy was saying is, I'm going to totally disagree. Man. Those guys are really young. Look at them. Look at their face. Look at their attitude. Look at the way they celebrate. Those guys. Honestly, those guys are really young. This is the first time I'm going to say this about Nigeria Eagles. And these players, they got there by merit. You could see you could see the desire for success. You could see they're hungry for success. These are the kind of things we see in under 17 in every country. They want to make the senior team. So that's why they're playing so well. So I would say they got there by merit. I don't know whether any one of them paid to get into that position.
Now let me hold you there, because if you say they got there by merit, other question I have is, so what happens after they do well at the under 17 level? It appears as if as they grow older, as they get something is missing. They start playing for the money or for themselves, and we don't get the kind of success we get at that level.
Let me put it this way. Like, let me go to let me say, let me use an example to explain to you. Like, if you look at the goalie for Barcelona, whose name is Valdez, he has not been playing well for some time, but because he wants to leave now and play for a better club, he's now performing fantastic. So if you want to go to the next level, you're going to play so well. So these guys, when they get to that level, they just relax. They don't when they've achieved everything, they've won everything, or maybe they're making enough money, they don't want to play so well anymore. So that's what happens at that particular level. That's why you see someone like Mikel or these players, when they come to play for the country, they don't put so much effort because they make millions of dollars every month. So the money, once they start getting the money, it gets into that spirit.
Can I comment, please?
Rudolf, please, can I come in there?
Yeah, go ahead. Say your name, because
this
I don't.
Okay,
Yemi. All right.
Yemi from London.
Okay, Yemi.
Yeah, you see, the situation with Nigeria on the 17th. I was listening to the Minister for Sport this morning when they were interviewing him from the UAE on Channel Television. He said one thing that I couldn't just understand. If Nigeria don't know that, if you do the same things all over again, you will get the same result. He was like, oh, these guys, they've been to the World Cup now. We keep them to make them they go to the national team. The point I want to make out there is this: where is the platform for these guys to keep up with their talent? Where is the platform? All the minister was saying this morning is that we try as much as possible to make sure they don't sign a slave contract in national, they don't sign a slave contract in Barcelona. Why did they not sign? Why did the minister not be telling us? We make sure these guys play for Enyimba. We make sure these guys play for Abiola Babes. Where is the platform in Nigeria? If all these guys did not get any team in Europe, are we saying that is the end of their football? Let me say one thing there. Please, 1 minute. Let me say one thing here today. I will tell you the reason today why Abiola Babes was disbanded when Abiola did that. Abiola said he will not be part and parcel of what Nigerian football is turning into. And what is the problem? When Abiola Babes or Leventis United play in any stadium in Nigeria, who is going to collect the gate taking? The Football Association of that country. And Abiola said to them, this cannot continue like that. It cannot continue like this. Let us rent stadium. We will collect our gate taking. Whatever amount we collect will be ours. I pay for the jersey. I run this team. I can rent the stadium because you own the stadium. But for you to collect the gate taking and be telling me this is how much you collect, this is how much you collect. It's not going to work. And they come to agreement with Leventis United and Iwanyang that he would dissolve the team. Leventis follow, Iwanyang follow. Abiola did, Leventis did, Iwanyang turn around and he pull out. That was when the crisis started in Nigerian football. You see, when we begin to talk about international football, yes, I pray for these guys to go international, but where is our own grassroots football?
No, that's a good point, Yemi. I like the direction you took it, and we have to at a different time have a discussion on what's going on in Nigerian football, because I'm worried, because most Nigerians I meet always talk about Manchester United and all these European teams, and nobody talks about our local teams. And we hope we will discuss it in details. But today is not a good day because we have other serious topics to talk about.
Just one quick comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You just made a good point that we talk about abroad football. Just the Nigerians are among the highest fans and the supporters of Chelsea and Arsenal in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep
I know that.
Yeah.
But we are going to do a important program on this. But let's go to the next topic, which is now what happened yesterday in Ghana. A minister was fired because there was a tape of her saying that she will make $1 million before she leaves politics. Just on that basis, she was fired by the president of Ghana. And we want to do a comparison to say, okay, look at our own minister, Stella Odoa, who approved the purchase of 2 vehicles for $1.6 million. And she's still a minister today in Nigeria. So what does that say about the fight against corruption in these two countries? So let me start with you, Kolade in Nigeria. I know that we have a delay, so bear with us. Kolade?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, what is your take about...
It's actually the difference is quite obvious between what happened in Ghana and what happened in Nigeria. If Stella Odoa was probably in Ghana, she probably have been in jail by now. While if there's actually room for Haman to probably be in Nigeria to probably make such statement and still go scot-free. But you can't do such in Ghana over there.
Now, Kolade, let me ask you, did you look at Nigerian papers today? Did they carry the news? Is it prominent in any Nigerian paper today?
No.
No, of course.
No, it wasn't.
Of course. All right.
I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, of course. Ademola in Texas, let me come to you. What is your take?
All right, yeah, I think it just shows the difference between Ghana and Nigeria. Like,
so why is that we're on the same kind of, it's democracy? What is it the people that are in these two different countries, or why should there be different, this kind of difference?
Let me just first of all say with your clip, that is not. You see, in Nigeria, we have reached a kind of a situation where any government official, like I always say, the moment you are pronounced as a government official, then you turn into Lord of the Manor straight away. You knows everything, you can do whatever you like, and nobody queries you. So for Stella to be in her job, I don't know what's the purpose of the committee. If Mr. President cannot do the needful, well, I don't know what else are we going to say. It is obvious this thing has been done. Even if you are not going to sack her, please tell her to step aside first. Unless we are still, okay, we are investigating this thing. But Mr. President is not saying anything. Even Stella, she went to the House. She's not. I'm not impressed even with the Senate, with the House of Representatives. All their resolution. I mean, I can't just understand the way Nigeria is being run these days. At least, when we were growing up, most of us didn't dream of traveling out of the country. I mean, but it boils down to all this. Somebody spending $1.6 million, and even in the first place, that is above
yeah, but power. Yeah, let me stop you there. Ademola in North Dakota, let me ask you. So we hear Nigerian government officials, they always say that there is corruption everywhere. I wonder, what do you think will be their reaction when you point out this stark difference in how Ghana dealt with an issue that is not as serious as what is happening, playing out in Nigeria? What will be their answer to that? And why do they answer that way?
Actually, when you talk about any system, either democracy or any form of government, it is determined by the people running the system, the moral of the people running the system. That's how they run it. You know, when you look at the composition of the PDP, you know, PDP is a virus that is killing. Any system that is run by PDP will definitely fail. You can see it has happened in my state or your state, whereby the little good entity in PDP are frustrated. So it boils down to the party, what is their objective, their aim and objective. That is going to guide the way they are going to act on any issue. You know, the template that party is formed is a very worst template. And that is why you can see how they are practicing. Definitely nothing is going to happen to the minister involved, because a lot of people have also done it. Even the president has done the same. So who's going to sack who? It's like what Jesus said in the Bible, that says, who among you is clean that can actually pass judgment on others? So it depends on the morality. And that's what I'm saying, that we need people that are really smart, people that are intelligent to be our leaders. Because even if we are going to play politics, we need a smart politics. It's not all this kind of unguided statements. They need to be dealt with anytime people make that kind of foolish statement, because it's just taking everybody as a kind of moron that we don't know what we are doing in the country. You know,
All right. Yeah. Let me stop you so that we'll get other people to weigh in. Yemi in London. So let's say yesterday, or I think yesterday, there was this news break that the president was meeting with the minister and the national security advisor, and nothing came out of it at the end of the day. Now, if tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday you hear a story around this Stella thing, you know, either she's staying or she's leaving, what will be your reaction?
My reaction, I won't be surprised. There is nothing that can surprise me about Nigeria, because I always prepare myself for negative things about Nigeria. I'm sorry to say. It is not, look, the conference, I am one of the staunch person who doesn't even believe in it. Because you cannot be doing same thing over again and expect a different result. No. How much time have we talked? The same process they are going about the conference now, that same process, the National Assembly has just concluded their Jamboree touring of Nigeria. And what come out of it? Are they talking to a new set of people, the Okuromu or Nigeria? Is he talking to a different set of people that the National Assembly has not talked to? So Mr. President knows what to do if you actually want to do anything for Nigeria. You don't look, even within the confine of the Constitution, it doesn't mean we cannot bring good things out of it and move Nigeria forward.
All right.
I mean, it's just
Yeah, let me stop you there. Deji, this is how the Ghana thing unfolded. The driver of the minister recorded the minister yapping about things that she wanted to do, and somehow passed it on to, and it became viral. The people had it, and people, the president had it, and decided to sack her. Now, in the case of Nigeria, somebody leaked some documents about what happened, and the government is trying to try and jail the person who leaked that document, and the person is facing up to 10 years. In Ghana, the driver was initially arrested and then freed. So what does that say about the people of these two countries, the difference in their attitude?
That's where I want to actually come in from. Like the young man said about PDP, and I don't want to put party politics in every argument. They are all politicians. Don't be surprised, before 2015, Goodluck will be the leader of APC. nothing can surprise me when it comes. It might sound funny, but when it comes to politics and politicians, it's always been like that. They're always there for their own. Even from the Awolowos and the rest, it's always about me, me, me. But let's put that apart because politicians will always try to fool us. But I think it's high time we have to check Nigerians themselves now. Are they okay being governed by lies? Because I'm sure if it was a Nigerian driver that happened to listen to maybe Femi Otedola's driver, not to even talk about the politicians now. First of all, the religion aspect will come in. They claim to believe in God and all that, but the party politics will also come in. He won't be able to even go to the media, and even if he does go to the media, they maybe report to the newspaper. They will now go and sell the story to the man himself, because I think the corruption is so much that people don't even know what is good and bad anymore. So that shows the difference between the Ghanaians and maybe the way they love their country. Even from the music, the entertainment, we can see that the Ghanaian kind of music, they still influence the old high life and all that. They are not throwing away their own culture. Whereas all we talk about is about Bugatti, champagne, borrowed culture, and celebrating and all that. But it shows how the people there want their country to be governed. And I think personally, everything boils down to poverty. Poverty has affected so much in Nigerian society that everybody is kind of corrupt, if you know what I mean, Doctor.
All right.
Even that's why people don't even believe in the conference, like what Yemi said. To be fair, I would like the conference to happen on this and that. At least, maybe people will now see the kind of leadership they have. Because at least we have people going there to vote on their interests. Even though they are going to do their mago-mago as usual. But now you can see that Tinubu doesn't have your interest at heart. Whatever, Ingige doesn't have the Igbos. So people can see, maybe then people will start realizing that it's more about them, because we're only here for a while. And if you die, everything ends. You're not going to be a Nigerian in heaven or anywhere. So it's better for you to enjoy the little time you are here and don't let them fool you. Let me put it that way.
All right, Kale, let me give you the last word on this topic. So we complain about corruption, but also we have in our hands, just as we've seen now, some of the tools that we can use to fight it. Why is it that there are not a lot of Nigerians who are choosing that option, which is to help to deal with this issue of corruption wherever they are by exposing it? Because the tools are there, you know.
Thank you so much. It looks as if you read my mind before you asked that question. Because one of the challenge corruption have, or the way to tackle corruption down in Africa is through this technology. So technology is the only way, and you can imagine if there wasn't technology, how would that guy record the conversation of the minister, you know, talking about making a million. You know, Nigerians, again, I'm surprised to hear that the guy was free. You know, they released him without any charge, and he's still alive. And I'm really surprised.
No, he's actually threatening to sue the police for arresting him.
Yeah.
So, you can imagine that. So you can imagine Ghana is talking about, you know, rights, human rights now. You know, Nigerians, again, I've said this over and over in this show, they're not ready to die. You know, again, if you look at it this way, that is just a statement. Lots of people have made statements in Nigeria. Dokubo is always making statements on national TV. You can't do that in Ghana. How can you say in 2015 is a settled matter? That statement is a threat to national security.
Yeah.
Just to sue you alone, and he's still living. The other guy that would record this conversation of Detola and whatever that they were conversing about $650,000. Those guys are still working on the road.
Yeah, he got the electricity contract again.
Exactly. So you could see where other everything is going. So if Nigerians make use of this technology, oh my God, we'll solve a lot.
Yeah, because you look at it, we've had instances where police officers were videotaped trying to collect bribe, and they were all fired. I had So you would think that the whole YouTube will be full of tapes and videos of police officers who are constantly, we know, collecting these bribes, but it's not happening. So you wonder why are we really serious about that? But we have to leave this topic. We have just 2 minutes left. So let me go to each of you, and I'll ask you to tell me something that has been keeping you up at night. I'll start with you in Nigeria, Kolade.
NEPA.
NEPA.
That's why
I thought when there's no light, you go to bed. How do you stay up when there's no light? You stay up to wait for the light?
But I don't know how it happens in my area. We do really have lights. At least we do have 18 hours out of 24 hours every day, except whenever there is a major fault.
You have 18?
I do read, so that's why I still...
18 hours.
Yes,
where are you in Lagos? What part of? Okay.
I don't know who is actually. It's very close to Bode Thomas. I don't know who is actually settling. Maybe people should probably go and investigate NEPA, because I've actually asked why are we having such.
Maybe there's a big man. Maybe there's a big man near you.
That is what, you can see what I mean. Even as a Nigerian, I don't believe in NEPA. It's that people should go and investigate them for giving him 18 hours.
Yeah, maybe there's a big man.
I don't believe I should. I don't believe I should have lights 18 hours while others won't have. While others should have 2 hours.
That's a good problem
if I'm
to have.
Let others to have 18.
Yeah. Kolade, thank you so much.
If I'm going to have 18 hours, let others to have 18.
Kolade, thank you
very much.
Yeah. Ademola, what is keeping in Texas? What's keeping you up at night? That's Obeyemi Ademola. Obeyemi, are you still with us? Okay, you are gone. Okay, Ademola in North Dakota, what's keeping you up at night?
Actually thinking about how to get the mind of Nigeria changed towards loving the country and doing the good things.
Can you speak up a little bit so we can hear you?
Okay, actually, my thinking, troublesome situation is how to get the Nigerian mindset changed to a civilized level such that we can actually do what is good for the country.
Mm. All right. Yemi in London, what's keeping you up at night? Yemi in London.
Up at night. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I couldn't just say anything because I don't think I think of Nigeria at all. I don't think I think. I must tell you that.
That's an honest answer.
It's an honest thing. Look, if I don't Nigeria with you like this and watch some program concerning Nigeria, watch it. At the end of the program, I forget about Nigeria.
All right.
When you see people doing things the way it should not be done, you have to ask yourself, if you have 1 billion naira, are you going to finish this entirety of your life? So I don't think anything keeps me awake. When I sleep, That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Deji in London, what's keeping you up at night?
It wasn't actually keeping me. I was just really angry about the Senate.
About the Senate what?
Senate too.
Yemi? Oh, Deji, sorry. I'm talking to Deji. Deji, we lost you? All right. Probably he was referring to this.
Hear him out.
Huh? Deji, are you there? Okay. What's keeping you up? Okay.
No, he's not back.
Okay, he's not back. Probably he was referring to the Senate president that I heard that he missed a Senate sitting because he was watching football. I don't know whether that's what he's talking about. Okay, Collie, what's keeping you up at night?
That is not correct.
That is not correct. Collie, what's keeping you up at night?
Yeah, one of them is it's about two. One is the prejudices and the discrimination that Nigerians face abroad, and the second one is the coming election of Anambra State next week. Whether my fear is it going to be rigged, or I don't know. So because if Nkige does not win, then I'll see that election as a rigged election.
All right. I want to thank all of you for joining us. Demola in Texas, Demola in North Dakota, Kolade in Nigeria, Yemi in London, Deji in London, and Collie in Canada, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudolf.
Okay. When we come back, we are going to bring you the shows, Keeping It Real with Adiola, Dr. Damages, and a lot more. Stay tuned.